Was she set up to fail from the very start? Yahoo CEO Marissa Mayer announcing plans that Yahoo will not spin off its stake in Alibaba as it had just said it would. And now what's it going to do? It will instead spin off its core business, yes, what we've known for 20 years, Yahoo.com. Spin that off, really? While analysts seem to be in favor of the move, investors are singing a very different tune. As you can see, the stock has been taking a dive at the moment, down about 1 1/3% off the floor. But Charlie Gasparino, this is a company that is not operating with its own minds. It's allowing activists to jerk it around.
Yeah, I mean, people like the guy from Starboard, I guess Dan Loeb. Is Dan Loeb on the board?
Well, not anymore. I don't think he is anymore. He was the original guy who brought Marissa Mayer in, threw a fit, got rid of the other CEO who had lied on his resume. And then came in, got his money, got out, and then in comes another one because what? They saw that they could manipulate this company.
I would say this. I like Dan's a friend of mine, just full disclosure. I like him.
Sure.
I like Carl. I like all the actors. I respect Nelson Peltz. But there comes a point of time when these activists get in there where corporate CEOs, if they have any sort of backbone, just say, take a hike, pal. And I think that's some of the problems with these activists. When they actually put in the CEO, they're beholden to the activists, and they're worried about activism all the time. I just can't imagine that Steve Jobs would allowed Carl Icahn to tell him to spend
Marissa Mayer has
cash.
Never not.
As opposed to Tim Cook
or a Jeff Immelt or any of the. I mean, they listen, but then they don't let.
And it's like out the door. This is my company. I run it.
Since what? Since she took over in 2012.
So now we have to point out they didn't do the spinoff. It was kind of just so you know, it was telegraphed last week by Recode, Kara Swisher. She's basically said two things. She's a brilliant reporter when it comes to technology, and if you want to know about tech, you got to follow Kara Swisher. Number one, she said there would be a meeting this week. Number two, she said likely the board wouldn't spin it off because they were afraid about the tax implications of spinning off Alibaba and collecting that cash, that they didn't get a favorable tax ruling from the IRS. I would say this. Maybe they didn't get a ruling. That was the whole thing. The government didn't rule on it. So the question mark, would they have hit them with the big tax loss or a big tax hit? My point is this. Marissa Mayer, according to every investor I talk to that's involved in this company, is on the hot seat. She might not be there a year from now. When you have this much disarray, I mean, this is pretty incredible. What are they doing? They're doing a reverse spin-off of Alibaba. So they're putting Alibaba kind of in a separate shell company. So they stop this spin-off for a time. They're probably they're looking to spin off at some point, and then they spin off all their other assets into something else.
So
I mean, it's a bizarre
thing. The stake in Alibaba that way back when Jerry Yang was smart enough, the co-founder of Yahoo, was smart enough to grab 16.5%, worth about $35 billion. That's pretty much all the excitement that's in Yahoo right now. Well, Yahoo Japan as well, but
Yahoo's got an interesting finance page. They have some interesting web content, financial content. I actually like some of that stuff. I think some investors like that stuff. But the whole notion was that money was supposed to be used to help build that out, and it's not going to happen. So what do you do? I mean, what is Marissa Mayer's plan? I could tell you, she didn't wow people today. I think she's on the hot seat. I talk to investors saying if you're going to say one CEO a year from now might not be there, she's one of them.
Charlie, thank you very much.